After that pause, that break, you came out with New to This Town. I kind of saw that song, that title cut. Not only was it this breakup and this love song, but it felt like being back in town, maybe as a solo artist, to start again.
Yeah.
You know, we often say, and you know, in the film industry, right? Back to one. Back to one. What would it be like if you were just Kix as the solo artist before Brooks and Dunn? Was that playing in your mind with that?
I think it was just healthy for us because when you're a duo, I think it's hard, even harder than a band maybe. Bands are really hard to keep together, I know, you know, especially with all your bandmates and whatever. So with two guys, you're compromising on everything. Everything has to be, one of the guys, me or Ronnie, always has one way of looking at things. And we come from very different backgrounds. You know, Louisiana, you know, he came from a real kind of upright, Oklahoma, Texas kind of country music. Of course, you know, people made a lot of fun of us when we first got going because I've always been all over the stage and enjoying myself. And Ronnie's like, he has always been anchored to a microphone. So,
but that's what made it work.
I think so.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that, but I think it was also the chemistry of us constantly looking at each other going, what's wrong with you?
I was gonna say, what are you doing now?
Who are you anyway? You know, trying to figure out, you know, for years, really, how we were gonna make this thing survive. And when we did solo projects, we got it off our chest.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, I don't have to ask Ronnie anymore. You know, I wrote so many songs then, and it was really fun recording, just making a record my own way. And he did the same thing. You know, I know he was having fun over there doing it, but by the time we got back together, it was like,
You're ready.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like Merle said, 1 + 1 = 20 for us.